That is, the YouTube live stream was ending.
I know.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we'll
All
restart.
right, great.
It's getting up now.
And now we should be able to share. Okay,
Do we have it now?
sharing this share screen. Will someone ask Jakai, ask one of them if Jakai is that's not him, right? No.
You have the Zoom on and people in it.
Yes, Zoom is on, people are in it, so we'll just do it this way for now.
I'll get the meeting going and you can figure this out. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to the second session of the Senate. So excited to see you all. Thank you for being patient with us, but I think we've got it all situated now. To begin, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples. This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing to numerous other native tribes. We recognize the indigenous peoples as the original stewards of this land and all of the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. CSU was founded as a land grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion, and significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment. To begin, we have a sign-in sheet that we will pass around. That will be attendance today. That'll have please put your emails down in that so I can get you into Teams if I don't have you in Teams. So if I don't have you in Teams, it's because I couldn't find your email. So this should help with that. Thank you. And as we do that, we will move into the consent agenda. Do I see any dissent to the agenda?
I'd like to motion to table the election of caucus and committee chairs.
Let's see a second to that motion.
Any further?
Do I see any dissent to that motion? Okay, seeing none, that will be tabled.
What information? Have we verified we have no new senators, associate senators swearing?
Oh, I skipped that. I apologize. Thank you. If we have any new senators and associates, you may come up now. We can swear you in. Nobody? Okay. Now then, we'll move on to gallery input. Do we have anybody in the gallery who wishes to speak? Seeing none, we'll move into executive reports. Does anybody in executive wish to speak?
Sorry, Speaker Taylor, can I also motion to put the ratification of the Deputy Director of Governmental Affairs under the ratification of, I think, the justices?
Does that motion have a second? Do I see any dissent to that motion?
Do one motion. We had an original motion.
we pass it?
with unanimous consent, okay.
Okay, seeing none, that motion will be passed and we will put the ratification. Was that below the associate justices?
I don't want to waste too much of your time because you have a lot to do tonight. I just wanted to briefly update you about some of the things that we've been doing kind of on our end. There were two property tax initiatives that had qualified for the ballot, Initiative 108 and Initiative 50. And what it would have done is it would have asked voters if they wanted their property tax to be decreased. And naturally in Colorado, when property taxes are somewhere around 25%, they're very high. We were very worried that voters would approve at least one of those measures. And so for that reason, there was a deal that was struck between the governor's office, members of the legislature, and the proponents of this ballot initiative to say, if you pull both of those initiatives, which would, if passed, had the potential to take $3 billion away from the general fund and at least $1 billion away from higher education. Okay, so that would mean sweeping tuition hikes of thousands of dollars. It would mean sweeping department and faculty layoffs. It was a very bad scenario. And so what we did is we grouped up all the different student governments and sent out a letter urging legislators to engage in a special session and urging the governor to do the same. And that's exactly what they're doing. They'll go into a special session at the end of the month to strike this deal. Part of that deal is that if they agree to the terms of tweaking some legislation, which isn't really far off from what the original Senate bill kind of prescribed, they'll pull those two initiatives from the ballot and they won't run any property tax initiatives for the next 10 years. And so we won't have to worry about this little game happening every single election year. So a really, really big win. I also met today with the Office of State Planning and Budgeting to talk about tuition caps, to make sure that if there is a tuition increase, which there typically is, that stays at 2 to 3%, which is low and somewhat easy to stomach compared to the alternative 6% that is often presented to the Board of Governors. Additionally, I did just get news that 2 or 3 days ago, Representative Basenecker pulled a bill title for the textbook tax bill, and we're going to rerun that in this next legislative session, and the likelihood of that passing is much, much higher. We also talked to the Office of State Planning and Budgeting about ways in which they could help us and work together, and so it's something, it appears as though there will be support from it from Governor Polis's office and the Office of State Budgeting and Planning, and so that will elevate that piece of legislation to a much higher level. Again, thank you all for being here. Thank you for your service, and hope we have a really great year. Thank you.
Right. Hello, beautiful people. It's so good to see your faces. I hope that you feel the energy of the new year, and I hope that everybody's excited. I think I've met most of the senators, but if you don't know me, my name is Georgia White. I'm the Director of Basic Needs. So we're going to give you a quick summary of some events that are coming on at the beginning of the semester and then some of the work that we're doing. But first, I want to quickly introduce Lauren, who's my beautiful deputy. She's amazing. She's going to talk a little bit about herself and some of the passion projects that she wants to see go through this year. So I'll toss it out to Lauren and then we'll go back to some of the events that I want in your calendars.
Hello, my name is Lauren. Again, I'm the Deputy Director of Basic Needs. But I wanted to get into mental health tabling. I will be in charge of mental health tabling this upcoming semester, which I'm so excited about. And so if you want to get involved in that in any way, that will be sent out in the weekly email, or I would just love to come talk to you, get to know you. So if anyone has any interest in that, please let me know. I would love to talk more about it. My passion project for the year is going to be working specifically with undocumented students, providing more accessibility for them in campus. Personally, I think the university has done a lot of shorting with students that are undocumented, and I want to bring that change specifically within ASCSU this year. I worked under Alex Silverhart last year, so I'm going to be continuing on some of his projects, the sexual health education tabling, providing emergency contraceptives to just anyone on the plaza who would need them. I'm going to continue working with the CSU Health Network to be able to provide Medicaid for students who are a part of the CSU Health Network instead of having to outsource health care. And then also working on those wellness vending machines. So we're going to be trying to implement that this year. This stuck in review with Ms. Parsons. So we're going to see what happens. But thank you all so much. And I'm so excited for this year.
Beautiful. And firstly, just want to address that our name has changed. So you might have heard of our department as the Department of Health and Wellness. We're now called the Department of Basic Needs. This kind of just reflects a more formal focus on food and housing security, which we have been doing all of last year, but now we kind of have that formal name attached to our department, which is really exciting. These are the couple events that I want to make you all aware of, and then also just have some opportunities for collaboration. So if you guys are interested in collaborating on any of them, please come talk to me. I'll be back there in the gallery for a little bit. I have to leave at 8 for an event, but please come let me know if you're interested in connecting with us and working with us on these events. So the first one that we're really excited about is an event called Wellness Wonderland. So this will be Friday, September 20th. It's a health and wellness fair that aims to address the holistic health and wellness needs of our students. So we're going to have tons of student orgs there. We're going to have nonprofits. We're also going to have some academic departments tabling with us, and we'll have snacks, games, a bunch of fun. It will be a really cool opportunity to have some education about our health and wellness opportunities on campus. And so if you're interested in working on that with us, we're still kind of organizing our planning committee. We have some marketing that's going to come out next week. So that will be super exciting, and would love for you all to put that in your calendars. That's September 20th from 10 to 3 p.m. The other thing that Lauren just mentioned is we're going to do mental health tabling every first Wednesday of each month this semester. So that will be last Wednesday of every month this semester. So that will be next Wednesday, August 28th from 10 to 3. So if you'd like to come join us, we're looking for volunteers to help us table. The other thing that we are going to do next Thursday is I'm sure that you've seen across the Safe Center, they're really promoting how we are in the red zone right now. So sexual assault is at an all-time high on our campus. Something that we're doing to combat that is we're handing out drink strips and drink covers at Ram Band next Thursday. So if you're interested in coming to help us with that initiative, please reach out to me. We're literally going to go up to folks, meeting them where they're at in line, giving out those resources so that they can make sure that they're having a safe night. And then the last thing, I'm going to pass out this QR code. It's for the Food Security Advisory Council. So if you guys are interested, that's a group of CSU students who are working to combat food insecurity on campus. They're doing a lot of amazing work, and we're looking for new members. So if you're interested, I'll pass out this QR code. Please scan it, take a look at it, see if that's something that you're interested in. And then lastly, we have a bill going through Senate either tonight or next Senate session about funding pocket pantries. So please take a look at that. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. That's a bill to fund hygiene items, culturally competent food, and then allergy sensitive food selection across our pocket pantry, specifically in our ASCSU pocket pantry. And so I think it's a really cool opportunity to kind of expand our outreach around food security, specifically pertaining to ASCSU. So that's all I have for you guys. If you have any questions for me, or if you just want to connect and reach out, if you want to see what a passion project would look like in conjunction with the Department of Basic Needs, come reach out to me. We would love to connect with you. I think that collaboration is where most of our departmental success comes from. And so love you guys. I hope that you have a great Senate session. Please reach out if you want to connect. So I'm here.
Hi everyone, if you guys don't know me, my name is Tangia and I'm the current Director of Finance. A little bit about me, so I'm a junior studying finance, obviously. But this year I'm, some of you may know I am the chair of BSOF, but something I want to start implementing this year is just being a financial resource to not only RSOs, but just students from all around. Either directing them where they can find financial help or directing them to somebody who knows more. I'm really super excited about working with all of you this year, and please don't hesitate to reach out if you guys have any questions. And this is my deputy, Sophie.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sophie. As Tangia said, I'm the current Deputy Director of Finance. I'm also studying finance and minoring in economics. I am chairing the travel grant this year, and during the outreach that I've done so far, I have about like 13 different groups and people that are interested in utilizing that travel grant. And so I'm hoping that we'll get to be able to use that full budget and then maybe even increase that for next year, because I really do think that it is a fantastic opportunity. But yeah, looking forward to working with everyone.
Hello, everybody. I'm sure I've met most of you before, but I just wanted to give a quick reintroduction. My name is Joseph Godshall. I've held a lot of roles in this space, from a senator to working in exec last year. Currently, I serve as the director of public relations, which is one of the directors of the Marcom Marketing and Communications Department. This year, I'm going to be really focused on promoting visibility and enhancing our communication, not just through exec, but through all channels of ASCSU. I want to take your events and I want to make them bigger. I want to support you in whatever way that I can. I believe that I'm a very good resource here on campus. I'm very connected with many different departments and RSOs across campus. So I want to hear from you and I want to hear from your initiatives. And I really just want to support you in whatever way I can. Reach out to me at any time. I'd love to get to know all of you better. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Moving on now to judicial reports. Do we have anyone in judicial?
Senate. It is so good to see all of you here. My name is Morgan Wright. I'm the Chief Justice. And I just want to introduce myself in case there might be some folks who don't know who I am. I served as an Associate Justice last year. I was on the Elections Committee before, and I am so excited to get going on this year. It's been really lonely, not gonna lie. It's been very quiet here in the office, so I'm really glad to have everybody back. I just want to point out a few things. If anybody needs to submit an opinion or an internal complaint, that is going to be on our website. Underneath judicial, you'll find it right there. My email's always open, so is my door usually, unless I'm on a call or something else, but it's going to be open most of the time. I'm always here to chat. I really just want to be a resource to anybody who needs it. I think that this space is awesome, can get a lot of work done. And I just want to formally introduce myself before, well, you'll probably see me a lot tonight. We have some gratifications. So yeah, very excited.
Moving on now to legislative, beginning with office hours. I have a lot of things I would like to say, but I'm going to hold off on that until next week. So now I guess I will just say, welcome back. It's good to see you all again. Anybody else? Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My just big report I wanted to share with all the senators is at your college councils. If someone comes in wanting to be a new senator, please point them my way first. I really just want anyone who wants to be a senator to experience a Senate session first, because sometimes it cannot be what people are expecting. So it's always good to get a little, dip your toes in, I guess, before you jump in. On a less serious note, I have fidget toys up here if anyone wants one. I also have snacks. I have Pop-Tarts, Cheez-Its, Thin Mints, popcorn. I have a cup of noodles. That's for me. And that is my report.
Okay.
Hi, y'all. My name is Madeline Camberg. I'm your parliamentarian. I just want to say I do apologize for the delay today. We got a new computer that came in like literally either yesterday or this morning, so we started over from scratch. A couple of things that I want to put on y'all's radar that I'm going to be working on this year in my role as parliamentarian. We're going to be redoing the Green and Gold books. So I'm really interested in hearing any lore that you have about ASCSU or anything specifically you want to be included. Please don't feel like it's a problem if you're being redundant. I'm sure we're going to hear a lot of the same things, but I want to make sure that we cover everything that should be in there. I want to highly encourage everyone who's a member of ASCSU to get Safe Zone trained. September 17th is the first one coming up. That will be, I think that's a Tuesday. We have some talk about hosting potentially a mock senate of really fun, playful bills, so that when we have new senators in the next couple of weeks, they can kind of get a chance to practice some skills. We'll be making a video on parliamentary procedure, so we will record, we will be filming in a different way than the OWL here in a few weeks for a Senate session for that informational video. And then one more thing that I want to talk about, we are going to have so many different constitutional changes and lexes this year. So we're throwing the idea out there to host a constitutional convention so that anyone who's interested in what those changes look like, rather than going through 3 Senate sessions for 19 different pieces of legislation, we would package all of our constitutional changes in one big bill and get as much insight from every aspect of ASCSU and hopefully make that process a little less tenuous. So I think that's everything that I have. If you have any questions or want to be involved in either the parliamentary procedure video or mock Senate or redoing the green and gold book, please reach out. Okay, thank you.
17, actually, not 19. Close enough. Committee abstracts. Anybody have anything? Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously nothing to report happening in committee because those haven't happened yet, but DEI will meet 1 to 2 on Tuesdays. I'll put that in the Teams. It will not be meeting next week because I'll be out of town, but the following week, be there, be square. I yield.
Jamie, go ahead.
Hi, University Affairs Committee is going to be meeting every Thursday from 12 to 1. I think I will be having committee next week. Don't anticipate doing anything crazy, so, yeah.
Do you know what time internally is meeting? Senator and associate senators? Seeing none, we'll move into conference business with 2 hours on the conference clock. And we will begin with the ratification of the Deputy Chief Justice.
No, I think I can get ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, oh. Hi, everyone. I'm back. Morgan here, Chief Justice. This is Sam Abity. He has been an associate justice with me all of last year, and I think very qualified for this job. Seriously, very qualified. Very calm under pressure. Very cool. He's also very smart. Economics, right? Yeah, economics major. He has been a very close friend of mine on the court, and I honestly don't think I could be here without him. I don't think I could be here without my whole team, but honestly, he's been such a support system for me and honestly for everybody on the court. It's made our job so much easier having him here. So I cannot stress enough how awesome Sam is, and I really think that he would serve as your deputy chief extremely well. So go easy on him.
Well, happy new semester. Hope you guys all had a good summer. My name is Sam. Yeah, I'm a senior this year doing economics. And yeah, super excited to work on the judicial branch and get to work with you all again this year.
Q&A now?
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll have 10 minutes of Q&A, and quickly before we begin this, when we do a ratification, and I messed this up when we did executive, so I apologize about that. The kinds of questions that we should be asking fall mostly along the lines of like, can these people do the job, and did executive and judicial do what they should be when they chose these candidates, and not like interview question type of things, because all of these candidates have been interviewed. Does that make sense? Do you have any questions? Okay. And beginning. Oh, you got a question? Go ahead.
Can I still ask how they were retained to the universities
policies of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
That I think is an interview question. So
All right, just wanted to double check that.
you can ask if that kind of question was asked in the interview, though. That would be one that you could ask. Then beginning Q&A now with the folks blocker. No question? Go ahead.
How would you handle, like if a situation were being presented to you and you were like partial to it, how would you handle that?
Yeah, so I think last year we dealt with a lot of cases, and I think if I were like had a conflicting interest, something like that, I think I could simply recuse myself. We have a lot of members on the court, a lot of members definitely willing to step up, take up my position. So if we're to have some sort of conflicting interest or anything like that, I think I would just take myself off the case. This year I want every case that we have to be tried fairly and justly, and everyone to be treated equally and yeah, with fairness. So I think I just recuse myself from any case that I might have a conflicting interest.
Perfect. Thank you, I yield.
Any additional questions? Okay, seeing none, you can take a step outside. We'll begin 10 minutes of discussion and debate with Senator Manati.
He seems like a vibe. Yeah, no, honestly, I trust the process. I trust everyone's process in setting this individual. So yeah, I motion to exhaust the speakers list.
Then nobody else on the list.
Motion, previous question.
Do I see any dissent to that motion? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to the vote on the ratification of the Deputy Chief Justice.
Motion to do this by unanimous consent.
Do I see any dissent? Seeing none, this candidate is ratified with unanimous consent.
Yeah, you can stand here and grab the mic. Okay. Repeat after me. Sorry, I don't have this memorized yet. We'll get there. I state your name.
I, Sam Abity,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to defend and uphold.
to
To defend and uphold
defend and uphold
the rules and regulations set forth by the Constitution
the rules and regulations set forth by the Constitution
of the Associated Students of Colorado State University,
of the Associated Students of Colorado State University,
and will rightfully perform the duties of my office
and will rightfully perform the duties of my office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now we'll move into the ratification of the Associate Justices. If you could all come down, please.
What? No. No, they're all here. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So we will go in order here. Sweet. So, okay, these are my associate justices, the candidates, I should say. I just have to say, first of all, this was a really hard process. This was a tough choice, but to be honest, I think we have an incredible team. There were some really qualified people, but honestly, these three are just the best. I think that we have some incredible individuals here who are ready to serve the student body and this organization. So first off, I would like to introduce Daniel Scott Perez. Daniel is entering his 4th year, majoring in political science. He holds a strong passion for CSU and the greater Fort Collins community. He has experience as an associate senator and is the club president for the CSU Medieval Society. Both experience in this space and leadership in his club, I believe, have prepared him well for the role of associate justice. His kindness towards others is unwavering, and he always knows just how to bring a group of people together. I'm confident that he will succeed in serving this organization and our student body with the utmost dedication. So this is Daniel. Hello. Okay. And then next up, we have Sarah. Sarah here is entering her third year majoring in political science and has made a strong positive impact on our CSU community. As an eco leader, Sarah dedicated her time and efforts to making CSU a more sustainable place and engaged with students on a weekly basis on topics related to the environment and sustainability. Through her position as an eco leader, she also worked with Brands Against Hunger to host food drives and work to get donations for our food banks. Sarah has also served on SFRB as well as the elections committee this past year. With her dedication to our campus, the environment, and her previous leadership experience in this space, I have no doubt that she will serve the role of Associate Justice exceptionally well. And last but certainly not least, we have Caitlin. Caitlin is entering her third year in majoring in chemical and biological engineering. She's a member of the honors program here at CSU. Caitlin is driven, passionate, and brilliant, who has the academic success and extracurriculars to prove it. Nothing can stand in her way. Caitlin also served on the elections committee, giving her conflict resolution leadership and organizational skills necessary to fulfill the role of associate justice. I'm confident that her experiences, academic, extracurricular, and navigating an election have prepared her to serve this court, this organization, and the greater body of students at CSU.
Just want to make a really quick announcement. We are gonna experience a really brief interruption in our Zoom and live stream. So we will get that online immediately as quickly as we possibly can, but just know that if you see that, to be patient, we'll get it back online. Thank you.
Should we wait for the ratification then? Should we wait? Is there senators on here?
How long do we have?
3 minutes and 30 seconds.
What you'll have to do is probably switch to a Teams meeting. I don't
We
think,
can't just do it again.
I mean, you could, but it'll interrupt it every like 10 minutes.
I thought it was 30 minutes.
But yeah, you can do that.
I
But if
can
you
keep
wanna,
talking about how awesome these guys are.
Yeah, carry on, carry on.
Okay, I'll
if
keep
you
doing
wanna
that.
interrupt.
I think we're gonna have a great court this year, guys. Like, if you need anything at all, seriously, we've got it. We have a boat. Yeah, you don't even know how sick this boat is. Daniel brought in his family is, what kind of a boat is it? You wanna talk about your boat?
Yeah.
Talk about your boat.
Dude, I would love to talk about my boat.
There's a dhow back there from Bahrain. I used to live there with my dad and my family for several years. Incredible country, incredible town, one of my favorite times in my entire life. We brought back a boat. Has a Bahraini flag, my favorite country in the entire Middle East, without any sort of, everyone's behind Bahrain.
Sorry, it's not good news.
But there's a boat there. It's
I
cool.
think I might have an idea.
It's a cool boat. It's a pearling boat. Bahrain's very famous for its pearls. Yeah, I think I've exhausted the.
It has an anchor.
Oh, it does have an anchor. It has a metal anchor, high quality anchor.
Okay.
It's very rustic.
Free sales.
It has 2 sails.
Discounted.
I've done that too, so. I'm fine.
So, yeah, Daniel's boat is why we're all here today. I'm just kidding.
Suppose we can open this up to Q&A now.
Well, don't we have to wait for the senators on Zoom?
Is the Zoom finished? Is it done now?
We have about a minute, but I'm gonna try to upgrade this right now.
We can talk for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
You guys have any funny email sign-offs?
I can.
If you can.
All blues, no clues?
Be well, as in BEE, well.
Oh, that's
It
good.
used to be best fishes, but I
Best
changed it.
fishes. I like that. I like that.
Well, yeah, I'm a conservation biology major, so it makes sense.
I've been experimenting with good vibes.
That's good. That's a good one.
I haven't worked up the courage to put cheers because I'm not British, so it doesn't.
Okay, I've had that same mental process. I'm like, can I put cheerio, cheers? Can I do that? Yeah.
If you've ever received an email from me, my closing statement is probably weird because it seems like it belongs in the 1700s. But I've been working with.
That's God. I like that.
Okay, we're just gonna get off and get back.
I have, Stay Frosty. That's
It
one I
won't let
said.
me just upgrade it.